Man, you know what's so crazy is yesterday's video was yesterday's video about the potential of it rolling over, and today's video was going to be the potential of it continuing. Now, obviously, price action continued, but man, we got to talk about something different than just price action in today's video, guys. And that is the importance of having a trading plan. I cannot stress this enough. Whenever the markets are hot like they are right now, and a lot of people are getting burned right now, you need to have a trading plan, guys. You have to. If you don't have a trading plan, you are just a, what is it, when they shoot the duck in the middle of the lake or whatever the saying is? That's probably extremely inaccurate, but you're a sitting goose or a sitting duck or whatever, ready to be shot, okay? Duck hunt, when you don't have a trading plan. And that is for a multitude of reasons, but the number one thing is emotions, okay? If you have a trading plan, it will eliminate your FOMO, because you know that you have trading plans for whether price pumps or whether price dumps. So there's no FOMO, because you know that there's going to be a trade in either direction. And you guys should know by now that there's always going to be a trade in either direction, okay? But the second reason why you need to have a trading plan literally at all times is to control your emotions, guys. Right now, the market's hot. People are very emotional, and people are making irrational decisions that they shouldn't be making. And I want to stress that when you have a plan, you don't marry the plan, okay? The thing with trading, and that I don't know why it's like this, seemingly only in crypto. I feel like FOMO is a major thing in specifically crypto. But the thing about trading is that you need to have an idea as to what you think price might do. You need to, in other words, come up with a plan, like I did in yesterday's video, right? Where I had a plan for if price were to roll over. I said this could be your tap 1, this could be your tap 2, this could be your tap 3 at first, right? Then we had the fourth tap, which typically it's not common to roll over if you have the fourth tap, which is what today's video is going to be, but we already moved anyways, right? But the thing with this is you don't marry the plan. I told you guys yesterday that I shorted, was it this one or this high? I don't remember this high. I shorted this high yesterday, guys, okay? I shorted this high. Of course, I have the smart asses in the comments. I was short, right? But you got to understand that you can't marry the plan. No different than you can't marry, like, if you're making a business, if you're creating a business and you have a business model and then things go wrong, you can't just, be in denial and say, no, things are going right. Meanwhile, your business is absolutely burning cash flow, for example, right? You need to be able to make adjustments. So I just want to start by saying, when I say I'm short from here, right? By the way, guys, like when I'm short from here, you better believe your ass that I've TP'd after $1,000 move, okay? And my stop loss is at break even, just in case we roll over, okay? Just like, by the way, people aren't going to like this one either. I shorted from up here. I saw a lot of longs were trapped at the high, and I saw some divs, and I'm like, whatever, I'll just try it. I'm already TP at break even, TP'd and stop loss at break even, so I'm chilling. But my point for this video primarily is that you need to be flexible with your plan. Guys, it's all ideas, right? You guys have an idea, and I have an idea, and that's how the market moves. The market moves based off of a difference of opinion. Do you think price is going to go up, or do you think price is going to go down? That's basically how it moves. And, you need to be paying attention for confirmations, which is what this, I cannot emphasize enough, which is why, like, you need to have a trading plan. That's one thing. But then you need to be able to execute based on confirmations. It's not my job, and it's not your job to predict. You could predict, and that's great, right? And it'll work out X amount of times, and as long as you have good risk management, you will generally be profitable. However, why predict when you can react, right? Like, why would I not just wait for the market to tell me what it wants to do, as opposed to me trying to guess? That doesn't really make any sense. And so a part of having your own plan is to have your own confirmations that you want to see. My short here is no different than my short here. It is very aggressive, and I'm aware that it is aggressive, but it lined up with my idea, with my plan. This one a lot more so than this one. This one is definitely more of a gamble, okay? But you got to understand that, and you got to understand that there are ways that your ideas can become invalidated. Right? If you decide to go to an amusement park on Saturday, you came up with a plan, and then if it starts raining, you're probably not going to go. right? So you make adjustments to your plan. Trading is no different. So you need to be not attached to direction, A. You need to control your emotions. You need to shut the noise in either direction. And you need to be able to adjust your plan, right? We had bullish CVD, which I mentioned. We had bullish CVD in this entire range. Now, is it possible that the bullish CVD turns to bearish? I mean, look, there was a lot of indecision here. A lot of indecision. And so based off of the indecision that I was seeing, for me to take a short from here, and it fit the plan, it fit the criteria for me to do so, and I took profit mad early because I knew it was indecision, and then I put my stop at break even, right? It's all good in the hood is my point, right? So you're not predicting, but I guess the word is predicting, but you're safe with it. Like, you see the confirmations. I'm not predicting that the market's going to go way down here. I see my confirmations up here, and then I enter, and then I'm hopeful that it could go to here, or I get stopped at a break even, right? So it's a win-win either way, but one is I win a little bit more than in this case, I got stopped out. Same thing with this idea. I already took 50% out, and I'm going to hold it. Why? Because there's a lot of stop losses here. There are a lot of stop losses here, and it could just do this. I'm not saying it's going to. I'm not trying to spread FUD, but it's part of a plan, right? So it's all structure-based. This short idea became invalidated once we didn't break structure. We never broken high time frame structure here, right? As you can see, we remained in an uptrend the entire time. The way that this short idea would even imply coming down to here is if we broke that low, which is where my second TP was, by the way. So I TP'd once, my second TP was here, and then if we SFP'd this low, then I would have closed the short and potentially expected a back rotation to the high. And if you closed below the low, then I would have expected a lower high to make a lower low, right? So it's very much so situation-based. Nobody has a crystal ball. You guys see the candles the same time that I see the candles. You guys see the candle closes the same time that I see the candle closes. You guys see the confirmations the same times that I see the confirmations. You guys have the same potential opportunity to enter the same time I do, right? No one has an advantage over the other. Yes, you can do your TA and you can try to get the edge in your favor, but you're not always going to be right. And that's why you need to have a plan. You need to control your emotions, and then you need to have an execution plan as well, right? So, for example, somebody in my comments was like, oh, how many people did you get wrecked? First of all, I'm not anybody's dad, and I don't have a gun to anybody's head. So anybody that decided to pull the trigger based on my idea would have done so on their own. But second of all, things change all the time, which is something that I iterate in every single video and every single live stream that I do. Things change literally all the time, this is a prime example. Like I just said, if you SFP this low, then you would have believed that I got out of the short. We didn't make it this far, and I really thought we were going to. I thought we were going to come and sweep these lows, but like I said, CVD was mad bullish in this range, and they just wanted higher, and that's totally cool. Do I think that they're going to come for this? I don't know. Do I think that if I find a nice short trade, I'll be targeting it? Hell yeah, because there's liquidations there, right? That's part of my plan. So I wanted to emphasize basically just having a plan, sticking to your plan, have an invalidation, have a clear invalidation, don't FOMO. If you get stopped out, look for something different. If you TP and then it keeps going, look for something different. Don't get attached to the trades. Don't get attached to don't get married to the idea, right? If this candle looks like it's going down aggressively, right? Don't continue shorting down here because it could just end up being a massive SFP and then you could just get wrecked, right? So my point is control your emotions, come up with a plan, have an invalidation for your plan, and be ready to do something different than go to the amusement park, right? If you plan to do that and then you have a hurricane, well, guess what? Park is closed. Your plan is invalidated. Go to the movies or something. So I wanted to just say that, you have a plan. I have a plan. I don't know what things are what's going to happen 100%. And this is no different than how I've been playing this entire macro range, right? My plan when I shorted from 70 down to this was we have a lot of liquidity here, and I had the confirmation that I wanted to see here. When I shorted the exact top on as a scalp trade on live, and I was like, plot twist, guys, this could be a swing trade. And everyone's like, no, it's never going to go below 50, or it's never going to go below 62 again. And I'm like, okay, we'll see. I didn't know if this structure was going to break. I didn't know that. If it SFP'd, then we probably would have came up again. So you need to be able to be, I don't want to use this word, but I'm going to use it, fluid with your plan, right? It's all based on the data that we get in real time, right? I'm not any better than anybody else in terms of like being able to see the future. Like I can't do that. You guys can't do that either. I have my analysis. I can build my bias, but my bias can be very quickly invalidated, as it has been. And by the way, let me just add, we are officially now, that is a breakout. We're broken out. And I am so excited that we're broken out, because now we can play the new ranges and play with the new curveballs that they throw us up here. And it's going to be a fun, gay old time, right? We're going to come up with plans. And if the plans allow for lower targets, then we're going to shoot for lower. And if they allow for higher targets, then we're going to shoot for higher, right? But that's it. That's the video, guys. Stick to a plan. Don't be emotional. The people that are, and by the way, one last thing. If it was so easy, like, okay, we had 4-hour bear divs. We had 6-hour bear divs. We had 8-hour bear divs. We had 12-hour bear divs. We had 18-hour bear divs. And we had potentially forming daily bear divs, okay? If it was that easy, everybody would have been like gig along with like absolute precision, which nobody was. Absolute precision. And number two, if it was so obvious, then every single person would have taken profit up here, instead of people FOMO longing up here, right? What's happening right now is a lot of the times people will FOMO. Let's just say you get in here. Let's just say you get in here. You're a genius. Woo! Then you get in here. Woohoo! More longs, more longs, more longs, more longs. And let's just say it does this. Now what? Right? So that's why you always got to stick to a plan. Cannot be emotional in these markets, man. They will chop you the hell up. Anyways, that's my little pro tip. Not that I'm a financial advisor. I'm 5'2" 3/4. If you like the content, make sure to hit the like button. If you loved it, consider joining the Nexus, the VIP Discord, where we post long and short setups every single day. We had a nice level yesterday, but I don't trade weekends. We actually had a level. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to be so straight with you. This was our level. We were watching this guy for potential continued pumpage. Let me see if I can get the Discord up here. What did I say yesterday? I said that this is my preferred. Right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. I said, right here, this is my preferred. Where is it? If break, we'll look for continued, whatever. I said, this is my preferred. This is my preferred, like, route. Right? It was 1 or 2. I said, this is my preferred route to come down. Wait, is that the right post? Let me see. Is that the right post here? Is that the right post here? Ah, right here. This is my favorite preferred plan right here. See? This is my favorite path on Bitcoin, but we will see. Come down, sweep that, hit this level, and then up and away we went, right? So you could see that that plan that I posted in real time contradicted the plan that I posted on YouTube, right? So just keep that into consideration, guys. I don't have time to update. Like, YouTube takes long to edit and, you know, this, that, and the other. So have a plan, stick to the plan, and if your confirmations, like have confirmations, which is part of your plan. If your confirmations allow for an entry, then take the trade and then hit your target, wherever your target may be, and, you know, go from there, right? This is my plan right now. This is my structure. I'm watching this low. If you break that low, why is this like being weird, this tool? If you break this low like this, well, then party might be over, right? Short, temporarily. What might happen at that point? Well, my plan in the last 2 days before this giga pumpage was to come back down to potentially the low 70s. So perhaps this would be the confirmation to send price. I can't suggest low 70s, but to suggest coming back into here. And then what do we have in this little range? Well, we have all that, which was the idea that they just didn't want to go for. So if this confirms, then upon a reconfirmation, you better believe that I'm going to short it again, because the market is telling me that it's time to look for shorts in the event that the break occurs. right? That's another thing. Just because you have a plan here and it didn't exactly work out doesn't mean that that same idea can't come later, right? They're always going to attack liquidity in some form, some fashion. That's why the market moves. The market moves for three reasons. To rebalance an imbalance, that's an imbalance. To generate liquidity, well, it did that. Well, that's typically what a consolidation is. And to attack liquidity. Now we have a big move up. I'm not saying we're going down right now. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if I see confirmation and then I see a nice reconfirmation and it goes according to my plan, then yes, I'm going to take the trade. Conversely, if I see confirmation here to continue going higher, then yes, I'm going to take the trade, because this all of a sudden doesn't look like this. It looks like this. I will see you guys next time.